The Silent Patient has been one of the most loved thriller books in India and worldwide for years. It has been on NY Times bestseller list and has won Goodreads Choice Award 2019 in mystery and thriller category. In today's video, I'm discussing my thoughts on the book while trying to be as spoiler free as possible. The book is a psychological thriller, and honestly speaking, after books like Girl on the Train and Gone Girl, it has been hard for me to find something at that level. I really liked these two books and then ended up picking up a lot more, which got me very, very, very disappointed. You know, yes, I am hinting at my experience with The Woman in the Window and books like those. Anyway, I really dived into this particular book, The Silent Patient, because a lot of you have recommended this book to me for months. So, what is it about? The Silent Patient is based around this gruesome murder of a husband. And our main character of the story is Alicia, who is the wife charged with killing her husband. And after the murder, she curiously goes silent and never speaks again. It has been years since this incident happened, and now Alicia is living in a psychiatric unit, still not uttering even a single word. Another main character in the story is Theo Faber, a psychotherapist who now joins this place mainly because he feels really bad for Alicia and wants to help her. He thinks he can make her talk and find out the truth behind what really happened that night. Did Alicia really kill her husband? Or is she an innocent wife being framed by the actual murderer and going through severe mental distress because of that? That's the story. And let me tell you already, it's a book that's hard to put down. All the time I was reading this book, my eyes were glued to my Kindle and I just could not stop reading. It's just so good. Pro tip, if you're having a difficult time reading or finishing a book these days, pick a psychological thriller novel. If you pick a good one, you will not even realize how quickly you finish the book. That's the review. You can stop watching this video if you would like to go and like start this book. Okay. But if you're planning to stay on YouTube for some time, for a few minutes longer, then keep watching this video, okay? Because I'm going to tell you what's so good about this book and what's not, in my opinion. First of all, the author, the Alex Michaelides, was a screenwriter who wrote a few films but didn't really like it very much. And that's what prompted him to write a whole novel. And this, The Silent Patient, became his debut novel, which ended up selling 6.5 million copies and counting. And definitely made the author very, very rich. Since then, Alex has written two more books, The Maidens, that came out in 2021, and The Fury, that came out this year in 2024. Both of these books are also thriller and already bestsellers. The Silent Patient is mostly set in a psychiatric unit called the Grove, which seems to be a part of a larger hospital. Now, there's all this talk of how the Grove is struggling and they might even shut it down, which was kind of a dud when it comes to a point of interest in the book, because you can also say that there remains a loose end in the story. Like, what happened to the Grove when the story ends? You don't like get to know that very much, or I missed it. Anyway, let's jump back to our silent patient, Alicia Berenson. Alicia was 33 years old when she killed her husband. She was a painter, and her husband, Gabriel, was a fashion photographer. In this book, you meet Alicia way too many times, but she's mostly silent. But you also meet her husband, her neighbor, Barbie, her friend, her husband's brother, Alicia's family, or whatever that remains of her family. Mostly, the book is about Theo trying to break the glass to make Alicia talk. And as the story unfolds, you start like finding out some really disturbing things. Because in this book, there's a narrative where Theo is telling the story, and then there's also Alicia who's telling the story, or rather writing her story. And the author has like revealed the facts in a very beautiful manner. The way it's organized and the way things like unfold one after the another, it's just like awesome. You're constantly asking yourself, did she really kill Gabriel? Most likely she did, right? Like, it's always the wife or the husband. Or was it something else? Gabriel's brother, Alicia's best friend, or her cousin? Like, who was it? Theo also speaks of his own personal life, what made him a psychotherapist, the disturbing facts about his own past, and his wife Kathy. So you really are like reading stories of two people. And honestly, for most part of the book, I was like, why is this guy telling me about his life? I don't care. But those of you who have read the book, you will know how stupid that was of me to not care about Theo, like, and his life. It's important. No, but really, at one point in the book, he's writing all these things about his relationship with Kathy, and he goes like, "I had believed I was too damaged, too incapable of intimacy. But now, every time I heard Kathy's contagious giggle, a wave of excitement ran through me. And like my actual thoughts and notes on my Kindle while reading this was like, I don't care." And honestly, like his obsession with Alicia was a red flag from the beginning. At times, I felt Alicia could be in even more danger because of this guy. I was like, Team Alicia, and I did not spare anyone from my watchful eyes, not even Theo. And Theo is like generally a person I just hated in the book. The writing of the book is very simple, and even the layout, like the chapters are short, the language is straightforward, so a person of like any reading level can read this book, and it's also something you will just fly through. So even if you aren't a regular reader or if you have lost touch with reading, get this book and you will finish this in no time. For characters, I really felt bad for Alicia. Imagine this person who was like very much in love with her husband. She has a troubled past and she has been strong. She has been actively trying to be a good wife, and then something happens and she's being called a murderer. Maybe she did murder her husband, but why? What compelled her to do that? And if she didn't murder him, imagine how sad that is, because the woman has been in shock for what, 7 years? Not speaking, considered guilty, and like mentally ill and dangerous. I felt like compelled to know more about Alicia, and I always felt really, really sad for her. And then because it's a thriller and it's also who done it, so you are constantly doubting the intentions of every single character. Could this guy be a killer? And at some point, even though I didn't like Theo as a character, I also felt he could be in a lot of danger. That scene where he's attacked outside someone's house, I was like scared for Theo's life. With that being said, there are things in the plot that are like not at all unique. Like the beginning is very, very interesting, but then there are typical tropes of psychological thrillers that, I mean, it's boring to see the same thing over and over again in these books. Like someone with a history of problematic past or mental illness not being trusted by their loved ones, men just assuming women are being over imaginative and making things up. It just like irked me, even got me angry. Like, why does the society do this to women? Why are you people so mean? The ending of the book was also rushed. Like I mentioned, one loose end in the beginning already, right? Honestly, I don't mind where the story ended. I am fine with having no further details. It's just that the end part was too rushed, maybe to create that OMG, what just happened effect in the reader, but I don't think it was done very well. And also, Alicia's diary. I haven't seen anyone question that, but it kind of was presented that she wrote that in secret and no one knew of it. But she is like under constant surveillance. No, she's so dangerous and she could, or she should be like under constant surveillance. And like how was she able to like keep that diary and not have anybody know? How? Anybody have any thoughts about that? Like I'm really curious, like how did it like pass? As a side note, I love the references to Greek mythology and Alcestis. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And like how that has been used in the book while narrating the story. The author has a Greek background, and I felt that was a nice touch in his first book. I really liked it. But overall, I do believe The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides is a really good psychological thriller. And if you're done with the novels like Gone Girl, Girl on the Train, and even like the Millennium Trilogy by Stieg Larsson, you should check out this book. So, yes, this is my much delayed review of The Silent Patient, but hey, better late than never, right? And I think if you haven't read this book by chance, this is your reminder to pick it up. And if you have, I hope this video tickles your memory and helps you revisit the book in your mind. Tell me how was your experience. Comment down below, and thanks so much for watching this video. This is Manpreet signing off. I'll be back with another video very soon.